And we're back with some more SKALD, the Black Priory Prologue. So I actually had a look at the... no, we already checked this one. I had a look at the teaser that's been released for the upcoming game based on this... well, this is just a prologue as it says. But if you look at the teaser, the game has been changed quite a bit. This is... and they haven't really updated the demo, which is a bit of a shame, but understandable, I think. But yeah, if you look at the newest teaser, you can definitely tell that a lot has changed. The interface is different. The character sprites are somewhat different, I believe. The font that is used in conversations is different. So yeah, they're making progress. So I think we should probably leave this area for now and have a look. Tufts of rugged grass cling to your flat, featureless lowlands, of Hydra. So I think this is actually our sandy dunes line parts of the Hydran coastline. I'm guessing this is the ship. Broken bodies and debris line the rocky shores of Hydra. In distance you can see what remains of the severe hull. Yeah, let's have a look if we can find some oil for the lighthouse keeper. The stench of rotting flesh fills your nostrils. Ahead of you, grotesquely misshapen crustacean horrors feast greedily on the corpses of the dead crew of the Zephyr. Yikes. Let's make a quick save then. Battle. Alright. Defend. Miss. Well, got him in one hit. Loot all and leave. Oh, I leveled up. Let's see, can we actually buy a feat? Maybe we have to... oh, hang on. Toughness. I thought we already had toughness. Maybe you can keep buying it. But increased strength has... we can no longer buy more strength. No, I think I'll just go with some extra hit points for now. Toughness. Yeah, we have toughness twice. Oh well. Game saved? Right. A corpse of a sailor from the Zephyr. Yeah. Let's get our torch out. Let's move the mouse away, try to play with mouse and keyboard only, or the keyboard only I should say. A short sword. I'll take it, but we have that. Small, intensely colorful flowers cover the ground. A sticky, sweet smell, scent wafts up as you step on them. Yeah, we've read that before. No, this is where we were. check it out. What do we have? Attunement tonic. A small vial of blue liquid. It restores a small portion of light attunement drain when consumed. A dagger, jewelry, and scale mail. Alright. Let's equip that. Use. There we go. Sadly, it did not change our sprite. That's okay. Short sword, we're already wearing one, I think. Aren't we? A longbow. Well. Alright, you can tell that the our damage is going down. 1 to 2, 1 to 6. Daggers have more crit chance, it seems. Still haven't found any oil. And moving further inland, we'll move further away from the wreckage. No, check that one already. So yeah, it's the middle of the night. It's 3:30, almost 4 now. So we might be getting some daylight soon, then we can switch back to our shield. A small group of exhausted figures sit huddled around a small campfire. You recognize them immediately as a small group of survivors from the Zephyr. One of the men suddenly notices you, and the men stumble to their feet, smiling at you and waving you over to their meager fire. Why should I attack them? One of the wretched survivors of the Zephyr man looks torn, tattered, and exhausted. You approach the sailor. As you approach the sailor, offers a tired but grateful smile. Talk to Snoil if you want something. Alright. Leave. Are you Snoy? A gaunt-faced man that looks like he spent more years at sea than ashore stands before you. If you recall, this was the Zephyr's first mate. You remember his crewmates calling him Snoy. He offers a smile but doesn't quite reach his eyes as you approach. Greet the man. I had not expected to see you alive, mercenary, but you stood up for us on the Zephyr and you saved the lives of some of my men, so I'm glad you made it. Your captain was in the right, so was glad to. Your crew didn't deserve to be slaughtered. It was a means to an end, nothing more. Yeah, your crew didn't deserve to be slaughtered. Nonetheless, it did us little good. I've never seen anything like that beast before. The way it tore the ship apart. And this island, something is wrong here. What curse has befallen us? Let's see, all I know is that we need to work together if we are to survive. It's each man for himself now. No, let's say the first one. Aye. There is no disagreeing there. Though my men and I have not to offer to save our fire and this here cabin we came across. There are beds inside if you require, but little else. There is one last thing, a favor I'd ask of you. Go on. If you come across any more of my men, tell them where to find me. Both I and the guild will thank you if you do. Snoy turns his back on you and joins his men to the fire. I have some questions. What was it that attacked the Zephyr? What do you know about this place? Where should I look for survivors? Well, I already found some survivors at the lighthouse. And he already kind of answered the other questions. This is weird. The first question and the third questions are in quotations, but the second one is not. Though it is just a direct question. Yeah, I take it those things are probably already fixed or in the final release. These are just kind of your kind of the sloppy mistakes that that trickled through. What was it that attacked the Severe? I've never seen anything like it. There are beasts in the depths, but nothing like this. It was like something out of a sailor's nightmare. Blessed dead. How will we ever get off this island? I have other questions. What do you know of this place? I've been here before, years ago. Didn't leave Horin back then, but it was nothing. Didn't leave Horin back then, but it was nothing but a backwater port like any other. Full of people not too fond of strangers and superstitious fishermen. Nothing like now. Go on. Don't you feel it? The air smells strange, like right before a thunderstorm. And the beasts, I tell you, I've sailed around the Empire for near on 20 years and I've never seen creatures like these. And then there are the men. The men? Aye, we saw men stalking the fog. Dangerous men, I thought. Then I came across some of their handiwork. Tommen and Dill, the cabin boy, black arrows in their back, the both of them. Best to keep far away from them. Well, that's good to know that the what would you call it? That there are men stalking us. Let's see. No. Didn't want to talk to you. Leave. Let's check inside the cabin then. Pickaxe. Pickaxe used for mining. In the right hands it could be used as a weapon. Let's take it. The boards creak as you walk on them. A wooden table. There's nothing really of interest here. Spirits. Dagger. Take it all. No need to rest just yet. Still no oil. Oh, it's the daytime now. Let's equip our shield again. Let's see if we can go some further inland. Ah. Hostiles have not been spotted. Stealth, yeah, but we're really not any good. Charge. Defend. There we go. Loot all and leave. Yeah, it kind of makes sense that it's not too hard. You could probably go here before you go to the lighthouse as well. Charge. Defend. Let them come to us. Loot all and leave. No, nothing. What's this? It's kind of a shame that some things you can look at and some things you cannot. Maybe again, that might be something that has changed now. Hostiles. Laying ahead of you like some gargantuan beached sea creature are the smashed remains of the Zephyr. You shudder to think what monstrosity has caused the demise of what a once elegant ship. Charge. Defend. Crit. There we go. Loot all and leave. Sure. Ration. How are we on food? Oops. That's a console, I suppose. Debug console, press tab to exit, exit to clear console, some helpful commands. Heal the party fully? No, we won't be needing any cheats. I wanted to see my character. Fullness. Well, still pretty much okay, I think. You know what, let's just eat something just to try it out. We have 9 rations as it is, so yeah. This item cannot be used like this. Why not? This can be eaten when the party rests in a camp. Ah, I see. So I probably need to pick eating as a activity when I'm resting. So nothing in there. We probably have to go inside the ship, won't we? Hey, there's a survivor. Hiding in the cliffs, a lone survivor member of the severe crew. Dead emperors, they killed them all, stabbed old Minnow right in the throat. We need to find somewhere to hide. Tell the sailor about the other survivors. The man thanks you profusely and hastily makes his way towards the cabin where his comrades are waiting. Yeah. Still some corpse of a sailor. Yeah. Right. Well, that's just about everywhere, I suppose. Let's have a look inside then. You emerge into the broken hull of the ship. Movement immediately catches your eye. The grotesque squirmish mass of fur and glistening teeth tell you that you're not the only passenger from the Severe to make it to shore. Put on a torch. Charge. There we go. Red tails. Let's get some light going. Hostile spotted. Defend. Loot all and leave. Charge. That's a lot of rats. He got lucky. No, I think those are bigger ones. Yeah. There we go. 800. The ships smell of dried fish and salt seas. So it still does. Let's make a save again. Human tonic, health tonic, jewelry, warhammer. Get all. So we are an expert at slashing. So let's see, this is piercing weapon. So yeah, that doesn't really... Short sword, piercing, piercing, piercing. Yeah, it's all piercing, none is slashing. So we might as well use the warhammer then. Use. There we go. Game saved. Bastard sword slashing. There we go. Bastard sword is a 4 feet long and may be wielded one-handed or two-handed. Jewelry, padded armor. That is worse than what we got. Spirits. Let's see. There, no. There it is. Use. Lighthouse oil, there we go. Damn it, we're encumbered. Let's drop this. What is our weight? I think we're okay now. Yep. So we still have the lighthouse oil with us, yeah? Yeah. Okay, let's make our way back. And then on the way back we can inform some of the other survivors. Do you want to leave the current area? Yes. You're being swarmed by monstrous overgrown crabs. Use diplomacy. we can use diplomacy or bribe the crabs. No, let's just attack them. Combat begins. Charge. Let's defend. There we go. Loot all and leave. We leveled up again. Buy feats. So we can just keep buying toughness, it seems. Oh, this is pretty good to have, because then you could just, if you're doing, yeah. So let's save our character points for a bit. Ancient lighthouse. Let's enter. Yeah, we've already been. One of the survivors, exhausted. Talk. You're back. Tell the sailor about the other survivors. The man thanks you profusely. Hastily makes his way to his comrades. There you go. There was another one, right? But where was he again? He was standing on a cliff somewhere, I believe. Somewhere around here. There he is. Talk to you. You're back. Tell the sailor about the other survivors. Thank you, and he leaves. Right. I think those were the only ones I found around here. Let's go to the lighthouse. It's getting night again, right? Yeah. Oh, we're still wearing the lantern, so it's fine. Oh yeah, the lighthouse was at the. This was the lighthouse. Yeah, same place we slept in. Let's continue up. You're back. Sit, rest, make yourself at home. Ask about work. About that job. I have the oil. Tides take me, I knew you could do it. All I have to offer in the way of reward is my old sword. It once served me well, but it's getting too heavy for me now. Matthias produces an old, but well-crafted broadsword wrapped in cloth. The party gains 200 XP. Glad to help. Matthias stares absently-minded into the fire. I was wondering about something else, you may ask. There's nothing more you can do for me right now. Alright. It's time for me to leave. You're a fool to go. There's nothing beyond the light of despair. The old man sighs. But I'll be waiting here for you for when you return, as I must. Farewell. Let's see, what did he add? Matthias' sword. So it's better than the one we have. Yeah, I was worried there that we got a sword that was just as good as the one the one we're using right now. Luckily, that's not the case. So we're pretty full up on stuff. We can't hardly fit any more stuff, or we'll be encumbered. Let's hope we get to a shop, if there even is one. I think we're done here. Leave area. Should we follow the road, or maybe... Oh, we can go past through these mountains. Let's attack. There we go. Loot and leave. Leave area. Sandy Shores, Sandy Shores. This is... Alright, we can't go any... Yep. You see a figure thrashing violently at something obscured by the low fog. Whatever this person is doing, it's producing loud crunching, wet squelches and a stream of curses. Move closer. Is that I think that's our buddy, isn't it? You see the scene for what it is. Roland, yep, soaked through and spattered with ichor, is laying waste to a number of grotesque-looking creatures with a piece of driftwood. He snarls like a wounded beast and his eyes are black with rage. At the last of the horrid beasts falls twitching back into the shallows. Roland snaps his gaze to you, dead eyes staring at some distant point on the horizon behind you. Eventually the tension drains from his muscles and he lowers his makeshift weapon. Thought I was carry on, did it? I nearly was. I didn't think you'd make it. Seems I've got a few lives left in me, for all they're worth. Roland sighs deeply and slumps down into a nearby rock. You tried to save me, you bloody idiot. Not exactly the thanks I was expecting. There's no room for being a bloody hero in a work like this. It's just shit, blood, and bad men doing worse things to others. He looks around at the driftwood and chunks of flesh bobbing around your ankles. It's about time I paid my debts. You sound like you didn't want to be saved, and yet here we are. Yeah, if he doesn't want to be saved, that's his own... I'll leave that for him to decide. Let's just say, and yet here we are. As you say, but heed this. If you want to survive, you need to drop the bloody heroics. This business makes your hands dirty, and nothing gets them clean again. Trust me on that. Speaking of which, I suppose I still work for you. We should get going. I'm counting on you. Let's get going. I think it's best we part ways. Well, seeing we're in a strange place in a strange land, we'll take all the help we can get. I'm counting on you. Let's get going. Roland nods solemnly, brushes a sticky glob of ichor off his arm and strudges over to you. His lips part as if to speak, but he hesitates. Let's just go. Roland does not seem to hear you. Instead he is staring intently ahead. There are men in the fog. I thought I'd heard them earlier. I'm certain they're not from the Zephyr, and I'd wager they're less than friendly. I don't care if you're itching for a fight or not, but either way we should tread carefully. Straining to see through the dense fog, you finally spot them. A group of men prowling the shoreline like carrion eaters, looking for dead flesh. They are unkempt and dressed in rags, with bare torsos and broad shoulders adorned by strange mixtures of sailors' tattoos and crude symbols. They carry an assortment of cruel-looking rusted tools turned to weapons. Gibbering chatter, laughter, and whimpering drifts across the fog in a steady stream. Whoever these men are, their minds are long gone. You sit still until a group of them passes you by. If you wish, you might be able to slip past them. Game saved. Right. So how is Roland doing? Is he... No, he's still level 1. There we go. Battle erupts. Oh, let's have you defend. Now we're Andros again. Alright. Now we're Roland again. Let's defend. Now we're Andros. Yeah, I have to make sure we're not in a constant state of shifting around. Let's have you move back. There we go. Right. Each party member gains clubs and rags. Loot all and leave. So do we have more? Yeah, we can carry more because there's more of us. That's good to know. So is this another large area or is it just... Right, battle erupts. We are Roland. Let's have Roland be a bit... Keep him in the back for a bit. There you go. Let's defend. Come to us. There we go. Short sword, club, rags. Loot all and leave. How is Roland doing on armor? He has a bastard sword and he's got leather armor. We have this, which is better, so let's have you use that. So does the padded armor go... Yeah, it's armor, it's not clothing. Right. Rags. It's worth nothing and it weighs something, so let's get rid of it. We could put it over our clothing, but let's hang on, let's see how that looks. It changes a bit. Yeah. Let's drop the rags. That's all for now. Then again, we could have how about you carry the... Sure. Got him. Let's defend. Traveler's garb. Loot all and leave. Let's see if the traveler's garb is anything. Ah, that's something we were wearing already. Exit. I don't want Roland in front. Well, we managed on our own so far, but probably wouldn't be a bad idea to have to pick up Roland sooner. Because now he's behind in levels, that's a bit of a shame. Though we still get the same amount of XP, so he'll level faster. Let's leave the area. We could maybe give Roland the bow actually. Let's just see how that works. I'm kind of curious now. Oh. Yeah. Before you, the unmistakable mess, squalor and desperation of a refugee camp sprawls around a small farmstead like a festering wound. Let's have a look. We get some new music. A soldier dressed in the ragged remains of what you assume is the livery of Horan. He looks hungry, shaken and on edge. Talk to Marcus or Drina if you want something. Leave me alone. Alright, we'll leave him alone. Yeah. Entering the ragged camp, you notice a small crowd nearby, ranged in an inward-looking ring. In the center stands a formidable armored woman. She carries an unmistakable air of authority, and the insignia on her armor mark her as a cleric of the Imperial Death Cults. The tattered band of refugees surrounding her are agitated and shouting over one another. But there are so few of us. Horan was home to 200, and we're but a few scores left. Cries a ragged man with tears in his eyes. By the golden corpses there must be survivors, beseeches another. And who are we to send? Half of us won't live through next market day, and the other half ain't fit to hold as much as a stick. An old crone interjects, panic quivering in her voice. The crowd erupts in a cacophony of desperate appeals. The cleric raises her arms and the crowd falls silent. Her sonorous voice rings out. We may indeed be cursed, but Eldon is right. There may yet be survivors in Horan, and it's my duty to get to their aid, or at least to learn what fate befell them. The assembly erupts again, some blessing the cleric in tears of hope, others clinging to her robes while pleading for her to not risk her life. Through the crowd, the woman catches sight of you and nods curtly. She turns away and begins to load up on supplies, no doubt intent on making good on her promise to the panicked refugees. A ragged, hungry refugee from Horan. We're defenseless sitting here, and where is the governor and guards? Dead, I suppose. Heard any rumors? They say smugglers used to cave in the mountains to the west. Maybe they have food. So let's have a chat with that. The woman before you has the rugged and vital look of a life lived on the frontier. Though her clothes are rich and tailor-made, she wades through ankle-deep mud with rolled-up sleeves, hefting heavy crates of goods of a broken cart. Do you need any help? And then the poor lonely woman would owe you a debt of gratitude. Is that it? She snarls. The woman hefts the crates back onto the cart with a sigh. Forgive me, I'm not myself. There's not been much rest for me amid the chaos. All this jabbering about the end of all mankind is starting to wear on me. In any case, I am Maja. I ran an imperium in Horan. But you are not from Horan, are you? Maya's eyes, or is it Maya? I'm gonna call her Maya. Eyes light up with suspicion. What brings you to Idra? We were shipwrecked just off the coast. I'll ask no more, but it seems my merchant's intuition was right. Either way, we might be of help to one another. Maya hefts the last of her crates off the damaged cart and into her makeshift tent. And I still have a modest selection of wares with me. I see. So, what's it to be? What have you got for sale? Only what I had with me when Horn fell. But I'd be delighted to show you. They're still the same quality goods I'm known for. Good, I had some more questions first. Oh, actually I wanted to trade. What happened in Horn? I wish I could tell you. Things have felt queer on Hydra for a while. Folks in Horn started changing. People I'd known for years became mean, hard. Violence and cruelty grew so common we stopped noticing it. Just last week my neighbor, her children, Maya's voice falters and her eyes begin to glisten with tears. A few days ago I was out of town taking supplies to one of the whaling vessels. On the way back at sunset I spotted a clutch of people tearing towards us on foot from the outskirts of Horn, covered in blood and shrieking. My mare was so spooked that she bolted and broke her leg in the half-light. Poor old Aga. I had to help her pass on. When the townsfolk reached us, they regained their senses and told us such terrible stories. Go on. Stories of raving madmen rampaging across the town by night. Let's just say not even children were spared. But they didn't kill everyone. Some were taken to who knows where. We heard screams on the wind for days afterwards. It was clear there was no going back. Let's see, there was something else. Let's ask her about Embla. I can't say I remember seeing her. Doesn't mean I didn't. My emporium was always busy. Franso, the camp cook, used to own the main inn. You'll find him near the stables. If anyone saw her, it'd be him. Thank you. Ask about work. My tight-fisted husband, probably still clutching at pennies when the lights went out, saved all our money in a bank on the mainland. The damn bank dealt only with him. I need to retrieve the letters of credit to have any chance of accessing the funds. They should still be in whatever is left of our old store, I understand. So, what's it to be? So if I ask her again what she has for sale, she won't let us trade, will she? Yeah. Well, that'll be all for now. I must be on my way. Hope to see you soon. Stay safe. And if we talk to her again? Right, now we can trade. Trade. Let's see. Bastard sword, club, cutlass, chainmail, dagger, full plate. How much gold do we have? I don't know. This party. Oh, we have 0 gold. All right. Let's go to selling then. Let's see. You can have the bastard sword. And you can have. Let's keep 1 bastard sword for Roland. You can have clubs. You can have my daggers. Let's keep 1 dagger just in case. You can have these clothes. You can have this padded armor. You can have this leather armor. You can have 2 short swords. You can have this. What else do we have? Do we have anything more to sell? It is a reagent, so you might want to hold on to this. Jewelry, we can sell jewelry. Sell the stack. 3. No, let's hold on to that. We can sell some more clubs. Sure, don't really feel the need to hold on to clubs. That's it, we only have 88 called GP. Buying. Right. Well, that'd be all. Let's leave. Thank you. So there's the yeah, let's have a talk with her. The imposing cleric holds up a palm in greeting. Welcome to our new home, stranger. The people of this island know me as Drina. I serve the Golden Dead and this camp. These people are under my protection. What brings you here? I'm searching for someone. Here on Hydra, that may prove to be a difficult task, given the tempest that's engulfed this island. How so? She leans back, her eyes still flinty. Are you not aware of the situation here? These people say the island is surely doomed. Her eyes bore into you, gauging your reaction. Gauging your reaction? Gauging? Gauging your reaction. What has happened? We know a bit about what's happening, but we don't have any concrete knowledge about it. Our graveyards have been overflowing as of late, with stranger killing stranger, for no good reason. And worse, I think, brother and brother, husband and wife, it's become a tide of ruin. I implored the governor to intervene and investigate, but as usual he did nothing but cower in his villa and peer over his walls. Go on. Then a few nights ago pandemonium erupted. Bands of men and women roamed the town, hacking down anyone they came across. Some folks claim those that did not die on the spot were dragged away to suffer an unknown fate. My order and I joined what sane guardsmen remained in the chaos and tried to stem the tide, but we were driven from the city in the panicked exodus that followed. We considered retaking the town, but we had scores of wounded, so we retreated, better to save the lives not yet lost. We set up this camp to regroup and to care for the wounded, but a shadow hangs over us, the wounded do not recover, and those still on their feet slowly lose their mind or hearts. What do you intend to do now? We need answers. Drina gestures at the refugees languishing in the camp before continuing, and it's my duty to seek them out, if they exist. My road goes first to Horan, and then somewhere darker, I fear. Are you planning to go alone? Why not wait for reinforcements? I care not for this fool's errand. Are you planning to go alone? If I must. Doomed or not, it's all dust in the end, and I intend to die in armor. But, from what I can tell, we must both tread the same terrible path. Though our reasons may differ, surely there is safety to be had in numbers. Let's see, indeed, let's join forces. There is no room for you in my company, but I'll help nonetheless. I care not for helping. Let's say, indeed, let's join forces. Excellent. Trina's face lights up for an instant. These people, my people, I feel their pain, and we will mourn together later. For now, they deserve answers, and by the Emperor's bones, I will get them some. We make for Horan. I have some questions first. She looks expectantly at you, brows arched. Let's ask her about Embla. Drina fidgets with a heavy-looking ring on her finger while she listens to your description of Embla. She's certainly not in the camp, and I can't say I remember seeing her in Horan, but perhaps that bodes well for your quest. How so? Well, because everybody in Horan got either killed or carried away. One of the primary tasks of my order is to care for the dead, and I can say with certainty that I didn't lay to rest anyone matching her description before the fall of Doran. Do you have any suggestion where to look? Beyond traveling to Horan, you may want to ask around here in camp. A few of the merchants survived. Perhaps she visited one during her stay. I see. Anything we can do to help around the camp? We should seek out Marcus. You'll find him in the stable, trying to organize this mess of a camp. Holy ashes. No one tries harder than he, but he'd appreciate the help. I had some more questions. Who do you think attacked Horan? The reavers came from inside the town. I recognize some of them as sailors, fishermen and whalers. Locals, mostly from old Idran families. Perhaps they belong to one of the lodges. Lodges? Yes, there are long traditions on Hydra for the fishermen and sailors to band together in fellowships known as lodges. From what I understand, they serve mainly as combines for fair distribution of the day's catch. But there are persistent rumors of them serving other purposes too. Rumors? Our order is an imperial one. The locals would be loath to discuss such things with us, but I've always suspected they practiced pre-imperial customs of ocean worship, including offerings to ensure safe travel and bountiful catches. I see. Drina looks expectantly at you, one brow arched. That is all. It's time to go. Let's be off. Let's have a look at Drina. You can use this. That's better than what you have. You're wearing better armor than I have. So yeah. That's fine for now, I suppose. Cleric, female, level 1. Divine Spellcaster. Huh. You add a small bonus to your companion's melee and range stat. Cast 3. Alright, she has a spell bar. Blinding Glory. The Divine Glory you channel has a chance, presence versus fortitude, of stunning your opponents. Stunned opponents lose their next action and may be backstabbed. Divine Hammer, you deal an amount of damage from 1 to your presence score to a single target. You heal an amount of light damage for your entire party equal to the caster's presence. Let's cast this. The spell cannot be cast now. Okay, we can't heal out of combat. Okay. Let's see to Marcus then. If we can find him. He was in the stables. I take it the stables are over there. The man before you has the look of a high-ranking imperial bureaucrat. However, there is little pomp left in him now. His robes are ragged, his cheeks hollowed, his spectacles cracked. He mumbles to himself as he despondently pores over stacks of papers and maps. He looks up at you with a start. What's this then? More mouths to feed, or by some miracle do you come laden with supplies, medicine and men-at-arms? Say nothing. The man sighs and sinks further back into his seat. Forgive me, I'm not myself. The world seems to be coming undone, and I'm left holding the pieces. He wipes his balding head with a piece of cloth. How may I serve? Who are you? Marcus Stonehold, at your service. Chamberlain to the most glorious office of the governor of Hydra. He makes a sharp little bow, his words dripping sarcasm. How can I be of assistance? We might be able to lend a hand. Is that so? Well, then you arrived at just the right moment. He gestures to his papers. With the governor missing and the camp overflowing, things are chaotic, to say the least. Any assistance you can offer may help me avoid an early grave. I see. Marcus sighs deeply. If there is nothing else, my migraine needs tending to. Amongst other things, the Chamberlain gestures to the piles of paper surrounding him. I had some questions. What do you want to know? Well, regarding the work, what about it? Anything I can do to help? He lets out a sigh. Oh, where to start? This camp is a disaster. There is no medicine for the sick and wounded, and we don't have anywhere near enough tents to give these people shelter. But first and foremost, we are about to starve if we don't find some food soon. We have old folks and children, and the rest are already malnourished or injured. If you deign to help us, please talk to Frenzo. I've put the poor bastard in charge of supplies. I'll see what I can do. Marcus sighs deeply. If there's nothing else, I had some questions. Where is the governor? I didn't see him as we made our strategic retreat. I can only assume he died in the chaos. What happened in Horan? I was woken in the middle of the night by the governor's guards. They told me Horan was under attack and that packs of crazed brigands were already roaming the streets, spilling blood by the riverful. I never saw such chaos before. The dead lay strewn in the streets and we had to sneak from corner to corner just to get away with our lives. Go on. By some stroke of luck we came upon Drina and a handful of other guards and managed to make our way to the gate with what survivors we could find. We set up this camp whilst well, frankly, I don't know. All I can do is try to keep us alive till tomorrow. Any idea who those attackers were? From what I hear, these men were bands of local fishermen and sailors. But why would they do something like this? Horan was their home, and for all his shortcomings, there were few imperial officials and lenient as the governor. Right. Where is the governor? We already asked that. Never mind. So we have to look for this France then. Stinking pile of refuge. Are you Franzo? Haggard-looking man wearing the threadbare cook's apron. I don't know what you heard, but there's no food here for you, or anyone. He growls, complain to the chamberlain if you want, just leave me alone. The chamberlain said you needed help. The cook's eyes meet yours for the first time. Honestly, the situation is beyond dire. People are starving by the day, and we have no supplies. The old, the sick, the young will all be gone within days at this rate. Got any ideas? Well, none of us have the strength left to hunt. The cook looks you up and down. You look capable enough, and honestly, I'll work with anything remotely edible you can bring me. Good luck. And by the way, name's Frenzo. I'll see what I can do. Do we already have anything that we can give him? I bring supplies. What have you got? Before you can answer, Roland leans close and growls in your ear. Charity is fine, but we need supplies too. We have a job to do, remember? I'll give one ration. Thank you so much. This will be put to good use. I have more food. Give him some more rations. We have like 9. So let's give him some. There you go. Let's ask him about Embla. Franzo listens to your description of Embla and strokes his beard. Maybe I know her, but this hunger is making me hazy. Help us find something to eat and chances are it'll clear my memory too. That's fair. How is the food status? We're starving. We need more food. I see. 5 out of 10. Goodbye for now. Let's see how much we have. We have 5, but then we're all out of food. Yeah. So I'll leave the episode here for now. A cauldron filled with soup. This, yeah, from what I'd gathered from the description, this demo would probably last you an hour or two, but I think this is gonna be taking quite a while. Seems to be more to it than just 2 hours. But yeah, I'll try it. It's just a demo, we should be able to complete it, so I'll be continuing this later on, but thanks for watching for now. Goodbye.